is where we belong. Here, where the tourists are.
Silly us.
Hey, come here. I want to talk to you.
Alright. I owned, up until recently, a motorcycle in the Philippines. And I actually had a legitimate license. Well, at one point, the cops took my license away because I'm a bad man, and I was going counterflow. And when you break the law, they take your license away. So, well, me and all of my intelligence...
Which is ironic that you even need a license here, since nobody knows how to drive.
No, you don't know. You just sign up to get the license. There's no test. It's just, if you have a heartbeat, you can get a license. So... instead of, because I realized that there's nothing they can do to me since I'm a foreigner, there's very little they can do to me, I said, I'll just keep riding around without the license, because that's what I did before I got the license, was just ride the bike without the license. Well, I still kind of, even though I said that, I also recognized that it's probably not the safest way to ride. So one night, I'm with Lynn, and she's on the passenger side, but she doesn't have a helmet. Passengers do need to have a helmet. It's a law, and I knew this. I'm at an intersection at a stoplight, and there's a cop across from me.
He's a cop.
And he looks at me, and I look at him only with my eyes. I don't move my head. I'm just like, oh, yeah. And Lynn doesn't move, and she's just, like, straight behind me. And he, like, nods at me like he wants me to stop there and wait for him, but I'm not really going to do that. So the light turns green, and I just go. I just burn him. I'm like, nope, gotta go. So he makes a U-turn and goes around to chase me. So I'm like, okay. My bike is brand new. He has this old dirt bike. I'm pretty sure I can outrun him. Okay? Even with the extra weight of having a second person on him, I was still comfortable that I'd be able to outrun him. And I also recognized that even if I couldn't, all I would have to do is slow down until he was close enough to me that I could kick him off the bike or at least make him stumble and then, But the problem was, I was pretty close to my house. If I was going to knock him off the bike, I'd have to do it at at least enough point that I could knock him off and then get far enough away before he radios in for backup. There was a speed bump, like an actual built-in speed bump, and I had to slow down. I thought, this is where he's going to catch up. I'm going to have to get ready to kick him off his bike. So I go over the speed bump, and I look behind me, and he's not there. I'm like, okay, this means he stopped, recognized he was unable to catch up with me, and instead he's radioing for backup. And I know that in my next path, in the next intersection I'm about to go to, is another guard station with other people who are on that walkie-talkie. So, like, I'm just going, and Lynn's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I go over the next speed bump, and I burn around the corner, and there's two guards at this next intersection. And they obviously got the signal because they're waving their flashlights wanting for me to stop, okay? Well, they don't have their guns out or anything like this, which probably would have caused me to, speed up, that's all. All I did was, when they were waving, I just went right by them, and then I went down a side street at my house, and then I went home, and I never rode the bike again after that. I put it up for sale the very next day.
Brownout! It's a brownout, not a blackout. I don't think it's a brownout. I think it's something got struck by lightning out. That's a brownout. Is it? I read it in the guidebook. But there weren't this many hot chicks in the guidebook. The camera can't see the hot chicks. Oh, they must not be here. They must be making it up. Wait, Hot Chicks by Candlelight. I told you. It still can't say anything. There he is, Joe, learning how to dive with his buddy, Rolf. Rolf the German. That's right. Looking good, Joe.
You guys are just background here. That's a foreground.
Good. I will.
Oh, there's somebody else. One day he'll learn to do it in the real ocean.
He's decompressing. He's just going to kill himself. Poor guy.
Kai is to, well, for me and Joe and Charlie, is to bet on this basketball game. There's little else to do. There's little else to do if you're not trying to get drunk or laid. Our boy, the money's on 19. The money's on 19 baskets. It looks like no. Woo! Hi. Oh, he's lost it. He's tired. He's not going to make it to the third quarter, I don't think. 14, 15. No money. No one wins. House wins.
Jump on. I guess that they were at last approaching the gap in the hills, the north gate of the Barrow Downs. If they could pass that, they would be free. Come on, follow me, he called back over his shoulder, and he hurried forward. But his hopes soon changed to bewilderment and alarm.
I hope there's another 5 valleys between him and the gate.
The dark patches grew darker, but they shrank and suddenly he saw.
Just made the best video ever.
Yeah, you did.
And this is Summer Place, and Charlie has told me that 90% of the clientele here are hookers.
No, the clientele are dumb clowns. But the girls who attend here are hookers.
And hooker,
Beautiful as they may
point
be.
out the hookers, hooker.
Hang on. Beautiful as they may be, let's look at something else now. See how that is? Do you see the white guys there with the hookers? Do you see them? They're both in the shot. If you can't see them, open your goddamn eyes. A lot of white guys, a lot of hookers. Very together. White guys and hookers go together like peanut butter and jelly, okay? They love it, the hookers love it, the white guys love it, everybody.
Hooker, police, hooker.
It's a win-win situation. It is what Mr. Keller calls a victimless crime. I wholeheartedly agree.
Wait, here comes the hooker.
Those were not hookers.
So we were just sailing upon the waves created by Typhoon Chendeng.
Chendeng?
Yes, it has a name.
See, that's a lot like what we were doing, except for most of the trip, Charlie or Joe were underwater. While I got to ride comfortably.
Comfortably is a very suggestive
on the
term.
inside. Yeah.
It was pretty ridiculous. It was like flying on the wings of a plane rather than being inside.
A plane that's sinking in the water.
Charlie, we're here eating Mongolian buffet for the 5th night in a row amidst a coming typhoon.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Well, it would, if I had long hair, it would be blowing right here. You could see it. I feel good.
Yeah, why am I sitting on this side?
Yeah, it's a fortunately. I feel good. I feel like I might eat a little more sand than I normally do tonight in my Mongolian buffet. You get a little bit because you're on the beach, but because of the wind, I'll eat a little bit more. But I have a feeling that if I mix Szechuan sauce with garlic oil, the sand might actually be better.
Okay.
We'll try.
Thank you.
They didn't even understand they don't know.
Well,
he wants to be in the video.
it's our last day here in the Philippines, and it's been one wild ride with all our new friends like these.
Don't remember the
And
names,
Lynn.
do you?
That's
Not
I
with
forget,
remember.
and whoever. Anyway, that's Lynn and Charlie. Look at them together.
I spent most of the morning learning out which variations of the Mandelbrot set I found exciting and which ones I didn't.
Charlie's depression takes many varied and strange forms. Well, that's it, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. This is our last ride down Consular Avenue. Goodbye, mustache man with hat. You gotta get a shot of Old Man River. Puddle.
Yes, all the single ladies.
This happy couple out here.
Big round of applause for all of you. Yes, we're down with the first hour of the show.
Kasya pa naman siguro yung ano ko, soulmate,
After
no?
keeping you company all the way till 12 o'clock. And
This is the scenery that we've grown accustomed to.
next lady.
Oo, sabi ka sobrang lapit lang.
Allegedly.
Di ba malapit din naman yan?
We don't know if it's true yet. I'm pretty sure it's short.
No, don't film the
You
people.
cannot quote
No, we're filming the scenery.
So, if you
No, that's exploitative? No, my friend. I assure you, I can point out 1,000 more things that are exploitative. Look at this guy, he's so poor. Oh my god, you're such a douchebag. Oh my god, I'm filming him because he's poor.
But make my neck. Okay lang.
I'm just kidding, Lou.
Oh, you didn't film him and he's not poor? That was just a joke.
I didn't actually point the camera at anyone when I said that, for starters.
Turn that camera off.
No, did you point it at that Filipina girl on the street? Because she was very sexy.
Wow.
And you should have gotten that. Wow.
Right heard.
Yo, cause if you only knew what we've been through, the struggle and the pain to maintain and continue expectations on our committee unified relation. We rebel our rhythm through tribulation and trouble and face the situation with dedication. Yo,
Go get your tickets, you'll see snacks and beverages while we get wicked all in your brains, cracks and crevices, service and bulletins to you critical Puritans who be shouting in my vicinity, doubting my capabilities. No defeat, my whole fleet be scorching. Keep of course your vision blurs from heat distortion. Need proportions, better take precaution while we shape the portion. Fake so lost in, never flossing. Antidote for your mood. We sloppy dope and I'm hoping that what I wrote get you open like a fallopian tube. In my group we include brothers who worthy rebels and DJs from LA. I'm from Shahi, from Jersey, ever thirsty for success plus never vexed, living for Allah cause he blessed us with the talent to make Jurassic your next guest. Rockin' since the 84 fresh vest. Yes, great expectations.
I hope Lou's not smiling. Vic, okay?
Did you leave it on movie?
Oh, I did. It's on movie.
Oh, I think it's a record.